Hey guys, so today I'm going to be making a 4x4 Yao method tutorial. This is the method I first used, and it's the method that I still use, and it's the fastest method out there too. So before we get into this, I recommend learning how to solve a 3x3, because that is a step after you get all the 4x4 steps done. Okay, so the first step is to solve the white center and the yellow center. So to do that, what you want to look for is bars, which is two centers, the same color, that are aligned with each other like this. So we got a one white bar here. Now look for the other two white centers, and those are gonna go here. So I see this white center here and this white center here. Now we want to make a bar so that we can align it with this bar. To do that, I see that this white bar, this white center is down here. This one's up here. If I try to move it down like this, it would just move this center down there. To align it, you want to move this center over and then down, and it will align it, but it messed up this one. So now you want to take these centers and move them to the side like this and put the other one back up. So now we got two bars. Now we want to align them. So if I move this bar down here, it would misalign these two centers. So move it back up. Now you want to move these centers over like this, and if you move that up, it will align that white center. So now we're going to make the yellow center. So I already see there's a yellow bar right here, and it needs to go up here because it's opposite of white. So to do that, move the bar up and down like this, and we're gonna move it up, but that messes up the white center. So we're gonna do a U2 so that it's on this side now, and now I can move that bar back down and remake the center, and now we got a yellow bar up here. So now the other two yellow centers are right here together. They're not aligned. So to align them, I can move the top center over like this, and when I move, do an arm move like this, it will move it over here. So now if I move it back, it will align. So now we want to put this bar up here. So you might want to do, you might try to move it up like this to align them, but that messes up this. So you want to align the two bars like this, and you would move this bar up like this, and then do a U2, and then move it back down. Now the yellow center is complete, and the white center is complete. Now what you want to do is make 3 of the white edge pieces like this. So you got the red and white edge right here, green and white here, and orange and white here, like that. So to do that, you want to hold the cube to where the white center is on the left and the yellow center is on the right. So now we're going to look for these pieces here, the ones with white on them. So right now I see that there's a green and white here and a green and white here, and we need to align them. So to do that, we could just move that this side up, and it will align the green and the white. And now we need to align it with the white center. So I can do a U move like that, and it will align it with the white center. So the next color would be after green is red. So if you take a normal Rubik's Cube, and you hold it like this, like I'm doing, we got green here, and then after green is red. So we got the green center here and the red center here. So next we're gonna do red. So I see there's a red bar here, red and white, and if you look around the cube, there's another red and white here. So if I try to align them, it's not gonna happen because they're both the same slice move. So you want to do a U2, so that would bring this edge over here, and this one's over here. So if I bring it down like that, it will align it, and it goes after green, so you put it after green like that. So next, after blue, or after red, is blue. So we got green, red, and blue. So the blue center is next. So I find a blue edge right here, and the other one's right here. So if I try to, you gotta make sure too that you don't mess up these two centers. So, and I'm gonna need to put this edge over here. So I gotta move this edge out of the way like that, so I can move it over. So these two, I cannot align it right now because they're across from each other like this. So I can do the same thing I did with red. So I'm gonna need to move this over here, but I gotta make sure I don't mess up this one. So I move it over here, and now I can do a U2 to move this edge up here. And now I can align it, and it goes after red like this. Okay, so the next step is to solve the rest of the centers, and they need to be aligned with their edges. So to do that, pick a center. I'm gonna do red because there's already a bar solved here. So yeah, so I found a red bar. It's already made, but now we gotta find the rest of the other two red centers. So there's this one, and then there's this one, and you need to align them so I can align it with this bar. So I can just move this center down, and it will align. But if I try to move it over so I can align that center, it would mess up this edge. So you want to move it out of the way to the open slot and move it over so I can align the red center. Now, after red will be blue, because my normal 3x3, red, and then blue. So let's find a blue center, and here's another one. So move the left side up to where there's the open slot, move the blue over and align it, and move it back, and move it over to where it's up and down like that, and move it down so that red is aligned again. So the other two blue centers, there's this one, these two. You want to move it over on this side, so when I move this side up, it will align it, move it back, and then put it back down so that red's also solved. And then to align them, move it down over and align it. So there's the blue center, and then after blue is orange, so there's blue and orange. So the orange bar is done, and the other orange bar is done. So I can just align them like that, move it down, do U2, and move it back up, and now all of the centers are done. So something else that can happen at the end of solving the last two centers. So I'll be solving blue, but the other blue bar is not done, and it would look like this. Those two across from each other. So when that happens, just move one of them down, move the other over so you can align it, and then align these two and move it down, over, and back up. They're done, and then just solve the remaining two. So the next step is to make the remaining white edge. Okay, so to do that, we need to find the remaining white edges so that they are both right here. So we need to put them across from each other, above from where they need to go. So right here, this one's where it's supposed to be, but the other one needs to go across from it. To put it right here, just insert it right like this. So now it's inserted, and it's across from each other. and make sure it's above this edge. So then you want to just do a slice move to align it like that. Take it out, move it over, put that back down, and realign the centers, and then the edges right here, and just insert it, and now you've got the cross. So now you gotta solve all of the edges to where it looks like a 3x3. So right now it's exactly like a 3x3. You got the corners like this. I got the edges and the centers. So to do that, just find any edge. So I just found the orange and yellow and the orange and yellow. So now you want to, it's the same thing as the final white edge. So just put it across from the other one like that, and move it over, and insert an unsolved edge and put it back. So now that one's done. So do that with another one. I see these two, blue and orange and blue and orange. So put it across and align it and take an unsolved edge. So you cannot insert this one, so you cannot take this one out, insert the other one, and realign the centers, because that would just mess up the one that you already did. So now you want to insert an unsolved edge. So insert it like that and realign the centers, and now those two centers are done. And keep doing that until you get it done. So when you get down to the final edges, you might try to align one and then insert an unsolved edge, but there are no unsolved edges to insert. So when that happens, take the edges that you need to, the two edges you need to solve, and have them across from each other like this, like you would do on the final white edge. So to do that, to fix them, just do the flipping algorithm you would do on the final white edge. So do the flipping algorithm like this. And that will solve all of the remaining edges. So now it is just like a 3x3. So you can use any method you want, just solve it like a 3x3. Let's say you're solving it like a 3x3, and let's say you're using beginner's method. So you try to make the cross, but this case happens where one edge is flipped and the other three are not. It's called parity, and it's not possible on a 3x3. So you gotta use a special algorithm to flip it. So you hold the edge that needs to be flipped in the front like this, and you do this algorithm. Like that. So let's say you're still using beginner's method, and you try to match all of the corner pieces to where they're supposed to go. Normally, all of them will be aligned with where they're supposed to go. But now you try to do that, and you only got two done, and the other two are switched. This is also not possible on 3x3. It's either one corner would be matching with the rest of where it's supposed to go, or all of them would be matching. But in this case, two are matching and two of them aren't. This is not possible on 3x3, so you gotta use another special algorithm to fix it. So hold the cube anywhere as long as yellow's on top and white's on bottom, and do this algorithm. And that should fix it. So now you can just solve it like a 3x3. So that is it for my 4x4 Yao method tutorial. I will be making a video going over some advanced Yao method. It's the same thing, but there's some extra faster stuff that will really put your times down and make you faster. That is it. Like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos.